Hello English learners, welcome back to my new video. Today I'm going to answer a very important question. How can you stop translating in your head when you speak English? If you feel like you understand English but you still struggle to speak fluently, this video is exactly for you. From my own experience, when I first started learning English, I used to translate everything, every word, every sentence. I always ask myself, what does this mean in my language? And when I wanted to speak, I first created the sentence in my native language and then I translated into English. Maybe you do the same thing. And actually, at the beginning, this is completely normal. Translation helps you understand vocabulary and build your first sentences. So yes, it's useful at the start. But here is the problem. When you reach a higher level, this habit starts to slow you down. Think about it first. You think in your native language, then you translate into English, and then you speak. This process takes time, and while you are thinking, the conversation continues. That's why you hesitate. You pause too much, and sometimes you lose confidence or even stop speaking. Another problem is that translation doesn't really help you remember words. For example, if you learn the word book and you say book means livre en français. Okay, you understand it, but after a short time you forget it. Why? Because you didn't really learn the word. You just connected to another word, not a real meaning, not to an image, not to a situation. And your brain needs that connection to remember. So instead of translating, you need to learn English the same way you learn your native language. By connecting words directly to meaning. For example, you see a book and you say, this is a book. You see your laptop and say, this is my laptop. You drink coffee and you say, I'm drinking coffee. No translation, just direct understanding. This is how your brain starts thinking in English. Also, it's very important to separate the languages. English is English, and your native language is your native language. When you practice English, try to stay in English as much as possible, even if your sentences are simple. And when you don't understand a word, don't immediately translate it. Try to understand it using English. For example, hungry is the feeling when you need food. Tired is when you need rest. Fast means not slow. This keeps your brain in English. Another powerful habit is to practice thinking in English. Every day, start with simple things. You can describe your daily routine, like I'm waking up, I'm brushing my teeth, I'm going to work. It doesn't have to be perfect. The goal is to train your brain step by step. And finally, don't just understand words, use them. Create sentences, speak out loud, repeat them. For example, with the word book, you can say, I'm reading a book. This book is interesting, or I bought a new book. The more you use a word, the more you remember it. So if you really want to speak English fluently, you need to stop translating all the time. Translation is helpful at the beginning, but fluency comes when you start thinking directly in English. Be patient with yourself. It's a process, and with practice, it will become natural. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and tell me in the comments, do you translate in your head when speaking English?